Show and tell. Hi guys, I'm Judy and today I'm going to be watching Takopi no Genzai episode 6 and it's the last episode of the story of the show. I don't know what to expect. I heard it was a good ending, so there's that, but I don't know what to expect. I'm having a hard time believing it will just be a good ending, you know? I don't think that will be the case. Even if it is the case, I don't think you'll believe in it, you know, fully. So, I mean, with the tone this entire show took, it can't just be a happy ending. So I'm just wondering where we're going to end it. After everything that we found out last episode, the Takopi was actually Marina's side before, and he was out there to actually kill Shizuka, but then he couldn't do it. Then he realized, oh wait, now I know Shizuka, I don't want her to die. And Marina's dead, so what do we do with that? I don't know. Let's get into this episode. Check out my Patreon for full reactions. Subscribe. Let's go. Can't believe it's ending. Yeah, I guess when she was younger. Yeah, and Choppy is way small. A puppy.
困った時はお星様にお願い。本当は何が欲しかったんだっけ?
So she was bullied even before her dad left? Marina bullied her because her mom got with her dad, right? But yeah, I guess it's easy to bully like a kid. Like his family life is pretty hard. What are you telling me? Oh, okay, now okay. Why are you here? It could...
会うのもこれで最後だ。これ以上迷惑かけられないんだ。今日もすぐ帰るよ。お前にこれを。あずまくん、なんでそんなこと言うんだっぴ？あずまくんは僕と遊ぶの楽しくなかったっぴ？楽しかったよ。じゃあなんで言っちゃうんだっぴ？もうわかんないっぴ。静香ちゃんは
Because nothing's black and white. Yeah. But it's not really the reason.
そりゃいいとこも悪いとこもあるだろう。そんなこともわからないのかこのタコ。お前だってバカじゃん。
Well, he doesn't know anything.
だってあんまり3人で遊べて楽しかった。生まれて初めてあんな学校が楽しみに思えた。
Even though you were playing because Marina's dead.
友達だったからだ。使えないどうしようもない能なしで役立たずの僕にすごいって言ってくれた。バカだから本心だ。それくらいわかる。だからありがとうって言いに来たんだ。これお前の道具なんだろ。
Oh, it's
勝手に持ってって悪かった。独りよがりでクゼさんを助けようとして結局何もできなかった。
wow.
助けてあげようなんて思うのが違ったんだ。
The way that it was played out, yeah, probably.
僕はそれしかできなかったけど。
Does he have new
一
glasses?
瞬だけって投げ出してきたんだ。買ってくれたんだよ。最後のバイト代で。
Aww.
バイトクビになったから。
You got fired. Why? Because
純也、大学行けないかもしれない。
because you got involved with the whole Marina thing?
時間巻き戻せる道具あんだろ。もしも次の僕に会うことあったら言ってやってくれよ。兄貴と喧嘩でもしてみろって。バイバイタコピー。助けてあげようとするだけじゃきっと違った。
How long are you just staying there?
やっと会えたっぴ。静香ちゃん。
You just waited for her to come back all this time?
お話ししたいことがあるんだ。
Oh.
どいて。保健所にチャッピー探しに行くの。保健所の人の胃の中も調べなきゃ。そんなことしたら保健所の人が悲しむっぴ。僕もとっても悲しいっぴ。静香ちゃんもそんなんじゃ悲しいっぴ。こんなに長い間一人で
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
じゃあどうすればよかったの？
I don't know,
私だけ
girl.
のお父さんじゃなくなってたらどうすればよかった？一人で船に乗っちゃダメって言われたらどうすればよかったの？大人なん
What
てい
did
な
you
い
do?
ママが帰ってこなくなった時はどうすればよかった？ねえ！パパと好
Oh
きな
my
子が会えなくなったら
god.
どうすればいいの？授業参観誰も来なくなったらどうすればいいの？どうしたらいいの？ねえ、こういうこと誰に言えばよかったの？誰も私のことなんて見てなかったじゃん。ねえ、一体どうすればよかったって
He's just crying about it, you know? She was letting it out because it just felt.
ごめん、静香ちゃん。どうしようもないじゃん。触んなよ。ハッピー握手だっぴ。なんだよ。でもいつも何かしようとしてごめんぴ。静香ちゃんの気持ち僕全然わかんなかったのに。僕いつもお話聞かなくてごめんぴ。静香ちゃん一人にしてごめんぴ。うるさい。そんなこと言ったってもうパパ戻ってこないじゃん。ピー、ママは私のこともう好きじゃないじゃん。静香ちゃん、じゃあピーも戻らないじゃん。もう全部ダメなんじゃん。
I think like we didn't really see her cry
静香
before.
ちゃん、
He was just she didn't have anyone to talk to, so it makes sense that she just kept it all inside. Where are we going? You just keep holding hands. Ugh.
静香ちゃん、僕幸せだっぴ。こんな風に静香ちゃんと二人でずっと一緒にいられて、それで、これで写真を撮ってカメラに読み込ませると撮った瞬間に戻ることができるんだっぴ。今は壊れちゃってもう動かないっぴけど、でもね、
So what are you doing?
でもね、静香ちゃん、
What?
待って、僕のハッピー力、もう一度だけカメラが使えること。待って待って、
Here. Oh.
タコピーまでいなくなったら、静香ちゃん、君はものすごい笑顔にしてみせるっぴ。静香ちゃんが笑えないのはやっぱりダメだっぴから。笑える、私笑えるから。本当に欲しいものが手に入るように。静香ちゃん、ありがとう。一緒に遊んでくれてありがとう。仲良くしてくれてありがとう、静香ちゃん。さよなら。きっと君が。待って、タコピー。
But then what did we do though? I mean,
静香ちゃん、静香ちゃん、起きて。早くしないと遅刻だっぴよ。静香ちゃん。おは
she
よう、
can
静香ちゃん。
hear him.
今日はとってもいい天気。静香ちゃんが毎日言っているところだっぴよ
But
ね。
she
忘れるはずないっぴ。君が教えてくれたんだから。おはよう、寄生虫。この子はマリナちゃん。今日も静香ちゃんとお話ししてるっぴね。意地悪するっぴけど本当は。てか今日は毒ダミつけてないんだ。今日はって毒ダミ？
yeah, they have the memories.
気色悪いんだよ、ゴミカス。東くん。それで昨日兄ちゃんと喧嘩して。お兄ちゃんいるんだ。あいつ下手くそなくせに独り占めして。今度一緒にやろうよ。
So, but he did have, like, he does have the new.
次移動教室だって。
Even though we moved back in time, he still, I guess he has the memories too, to some degree.
君はいつも一人だった。そしてそれは君も同じだった。全部お前のせいだ。全部私の家族は。ごめんね。マリナちゃん。何それ。わかんない。壊滅的にバカっぽい。何もできなそう。何かしそう。いつもなんかついてきそう。それでさ、ずーっと話しかけてくる。喋ってばっかで。だってお話がハッピーを生むんだっぴ。そうそう、それが一番大切なこと。何泣いてんのお前。リナちゃんこそ。なんだよこれ。ごめんねママ、最後にお話できなくて。2016年の君たちへ。してあげられないことだらけだ。君たちの離れてしまった家族やもう戻らない心、何にもできないけれど、それでも君がもう一人じゃない君たちがきっと大人になれるように。ありがとう。バイバイ。
Oh, they're older and Choppy's here.
だからさ、うち今日ママヤバそうだからケーキ買って帰る。マリナちゃんのママいつもヤバいじゃん。誰のせいだと思ってんだよ。お前んちよりはマシ。これなんかに似てない？え？なんだっけ？土星ウサギのボールペンって何それ？知るかよ。お前が言ったんじゃん。
She has the scar too. Things were pretty much as bad as they would have been, except that they had each other, which made all the difference because they weren't alone in it anymore. And they also had, I guess, in the backs of their heads somewhere, in their alternate dimension somewhere, Takopi, like everything that Takopi said to them, which that set them on the right path, I guess, which allowed like this connection between them, even though like it's the miracle that they needed happened, but they don't know that it happened, you know, like everything that Takopi did is gone, but the effect of it remains to some degree, and it brought them together, and they don't even know that what they wished for, which was not to be lonely, probably like happened. Or I guess like for them it's like maybe it's a miracle because there's like no real explanation for why they bonded over this thing that they can't even say what it is. They did just something, and you can say like that it's a miracle that they just got like to be friends for no reason supposedly, but Takuya was like behind it all, and they don't even really know. They just kind of vaguely remember something that doesn't have any explanation really. So like just like by taking himself away and leaving behind just the lessons that they learned together, you know, that them with all their like overwhelming feelings and all like their tragedy and their trauma, like coming together with this Takopi who's like all naivete and happiness, that you know that couldn't really handle all of it but was learning, and then you know that coming together like it caused some bad things to happen, but the lessons learned were kind of like what they were left with at the end when he kind of like took himself out of the picture, like literally I guess you could say like the echo of what he was to them is what made everything bearable, even though like we see Marina, like you know in the future she has the scar from her mom, like nothing really changed, but everything changed because they were able to face it together. And on the other hand, we have like Takopi never, you know, talking to his mom or making it right with her. You know, he just left it as it was. Like he just, like the last thing she saw was him going back to the planet, hitting her when she didn't agree with him, and then leaving, and that's it. But I'm still very confused about like the rules. Like I don't know what that rule was that you can't come back by yourself. Like, is this supposed to happen? Are you supposed to sacrifice yourself? Are you supposed to never return to your home planet? I don't know. I'm so confused by how they operate. Some of the rules made sense, like the rule of like don't let a human use the gadget without your supervision. Like that immediately we saw like the result of him doing that, of him like not following the rule. So that makes sense. But coming back alone, I guess it means that he failed in his mission if he comes back by himself to the planet. I'm not clear. Like he's supposed to give it his all to make it whoever he meets happy. And he actually literally gave his all to make them, happy enough to survive, at the very least, happy enough to have each other. Especially that line when they said like, what was it? They said like, I need to look at it again. That was like exactly something that he would say, and they said it. I was crying too hard, so I know exactly how it went. Because I think happiness is born through talking, which is exactly what he said at the beginning. Like you just have to talk to her, like they're so happy and everything. Like you'd be happy if you just talk to her. And then they ended up talking about him, about what he left behind, and that connected them. God, this episode wrecked me. It was kind of the good end. Like, I mean, it was incredibly sad, but it was the good ending that I didn't believe I would get, and that I didn't believe I would believe. But because Takopi sacrificed himself, which I didn't think was an option, then it kind of makes sense. They lost the miracle, but they got like a real life that they can handle, though, because they're not completely alone. And like Azuma, he got his relationship with his brother, even though he kind of had to like sacrifice in some way the relationship with Shizuka. I mean, like in the timeline where where everything happened, it was Shizuka who kind of like Shizuka's manipulation that kind of eventually pushed like Naoki to talk to his brother. But here it's like he chose, like he almost talked to her, in the ending scene, he almost talked to her, and then his friends called to him and he went away. And in some way it's like, obviously it's much healthier for him to not hang everything on her because she looks like his mom, because he wants approval from his mother. So instead, like, the priority is the other relationships that he has, the relationship that he has with his brother. That's much better. That's what he really needed, not Shizuka. And yet, we think back to the fact that he said it was so much fun to hang out with you, with Takopi and Shizuka, and he doesn't have any of that. He has other friends in this new timeline. Yeah, wow. That was a lot, and I really enjoyed that ending. It was so heartbreaking, so sad. Just like finally, reaching through to Shizuka, at the beginning, because Takopi was like, okay, you need to be happy, you need to be happy, you need to be happy, to both of them, and it just didn't work because he didn't understand. And then he finally understood that no matter how much he tries, like how hard he tries, it's not enough if it doesn't come from a point of like understanding what's really happening. Because he was just like, okay, I need you to be happy, let me make you happy, when she was feeling all these other things that she couldn't really open up to him. And here, when he finally understood, she could open up to him, could finally let out all these emotions that she's been holding back, and she was lashing out because she had no other way to really express herself. No one who would understand, no one who would listen. So she was just angry and frustrated and just like took it all out. And I mean, it's horrible. But finally he was able to be the one, that cares for her, that listens to her, talking about, like, nothing changes. It's still as horrible as it was, but at least someone is there to listen to her, and someone is sharing her pain, and is just there to be with her when that's exactly what she didn't have. So, and after all of that, he sacrifices himself so she could find this happiness with someone else, though. Because I guess in some way it wasn't enough. He was like maybe helping her out by being there with her, but she was kind of like she had no one else, and that remained the same way. Like, she had no one else, only Takopi. And then he realized that enough that he knew that he had to sacrifice himself so that she could have someone else, hopefully. Wow, that was, yeah, That was such a poignant show, honestly. From start to finish, everything about it was just like, heartbreaking. And I really, really didn't believe that we would get to the point where it would be just sad but beautiful. And it was, though. Here it was. This episode really wrapped it up in a way that really leaves you with hope, even after all the loss. Wow. That was a journey. And I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. I will see you in other videos, I guess. Bye. Special thanks to my top Patreons: Red in Tear, Andy Plays All Night, Terranor, Michael Gabriel, Shadows Moon, Marsh, and Stone Tree. And to the rest of my amazing Patreons, who without their support I would never be able to keep on doing this. Thank you so much.